Hello everyone, welcome back to PS Chem Academy. In last video I discussed about the coordination compounds. I hope you are very clear about all the concepts of coordination compounds. So today I am going to explain one of the most important organic chapter, the first chapter, that is haloalkanes and haloarenes. So this haloalkanes and haloarenes, it carries total 9 marks. So these 9 marks are distributed like this: one MCQ for 1 mark, one fill in the blanks 1 mark, and one 2 mark question, and another one is 5 mark question total. So you are going to get the 9 marks in your annual exam question paper. Okay, so under that we have to discuss the part A. So these MCQs I collected from various district question paper. So under that, the very first one is haloarenes undergo usually. So they given 4 options: addition reaction, electrophilic reaction, nucleophilic reaction, and elimination reaction. So if you study the chapter thoroughly, so we can easily get the answer for this question. The first one is haloarenes. You should remember the haloarenes means the halogen which is attached to the arene. Arene rings means it's a benzene ring or the aromatic ring. Haloalkanes means halogen which is attached to the any type of the alkyl groups are called as haloalkanes. So these haloarenes which are undergo electrophilic substitution reaction, and haloalkanes which are undergo nucleophilic as well as elimination reaction. So what is this nucleophilic, elimination, electrophilic substitution reaction? I will explain while explaining the 2 mark as well as 5 mark question. The second question, so this question is based on the reactivity order of the SN2 reaction. The reactivity of the following alkyl halides towards the SN2 reaction is in the order. So we have the total 4 options, so which are like this. So you should remember, to answer these types of question, you first understand the concept means here. So what is the reactivity order of alkyl halide towards SN2 reaction, right? Okay, so you should remember this type of reactivity of alkyl halide. So it can be decided based on the living ability of the halide. So how this living ability will be decided? You should remember, larger the size of the halide ion, more will be the living ability. So if you see the periodic table, so the halogens are like this: fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. So what I told, so if you want to select the reactivity of these halides, so the first one is we have to see the living ability. Clear? So if you want to decide on the living ability, so this living ability again it is depends upon the size of these halides. So how this halide, how this living group is related to the size? So it's very simple. So this living ability is directly proportional to this size. So which one is having the more size? So that is having the more living ability. So according to this, we can arrange the living ability order like this: fluorine, then chlorine, then bromine, then iodine. So this is the living ability of the halides. So here, so as I told, the living ability order is like this. So if you introduce the alkyl groups, so therefore the alkyl halides having the reactivity order towards SN2 reaction is like this: Ri is more than Rbr, then Rcl, then Rf. So therefore your answer is option C: Rf, Rcl, Rbr, Ri. So here R they mentioned as the CS3 group, methyl group. So therefore the correct answer is B. The next question: chlorobenzene reacts with magnesium in a dry ether to give a compound A. So what is this A anta kedidare? What is this A? So it's very simple. So first we have to understand the general reaction of alkyl halide whenever it is reacted with the magnesium in presence of dry ether. What it forms? C. So this is alkyl halide. Whenever it is reacted with the magnesium in presence of dry ether, what it forms? It forms the Grignard reaction. It forms the Grignard reaction. What is the question here? What happens when chlorobenzene? Chlorobenzene means just you have to replace the R group by benzene. So then this becomes benzene whenever it is reacted with the chlorine atom. So there is a formation of, whenever it is reacted with the magnesium in presence of the dry ether, presence of dry ether. So there is a formation of the Grignard reagent. What is the formula for Grignard reagent? General formula is RMJ. So here R we can replace by the benzene ring. It is nothing but C6H5. This is Mg and X means this Cl. So this is called as, this is the product. Clear? Okay. So the next one is the molecular formula of Freon 12 is. So this is remembering based question. So you should remember what is the molecular formula for Freon. So before going to this, what is Freon? So this is the chlorofluorocarbon of the methane and ethane. These are collectively called as what? Freon. So this Freon 12 which is having the formula CF2Cl2. And you should remember this Freon 12 is manufactured by the Schwarz reaction. So how this Freon 12 is manufactured? So this manufactured by Schwarz reaction. So therefore the answer is C. Then the next one is the chemical name of phosphazine is. It's most important. So in so many question paper based on this phosgene question, based on this phosgene, so they ask so many questions. So what is this phosgene? So the chloroform CHCl3 whenever it is reacted with oxygen in presence of light, so there is a formation of phosgene will be formed. So this phosgene is having the formula COCl2. So this phosgene is also called as carbonyl chloride. This is also called as what? The carbonyl chloride. So I wrote here, chloroform is slowly oxidized by the air in presence of the light to give extremely poisonous gas. So that poisonous gas is called as the carbonyl chloride, or that is also called as phosgene. So, and one more question they may ask for 2 mark. Why this phosgene is stored in the closed dark colored bottle? So why it is stored in the closed dark bottle? So because the chloroform is oxidized by air in presence of what? Light. So to prevent this, they are stored in the closed dark colored bottle. The next question. So therefore the option is C, carbonyl chloride. The sixth question, among isomeric pentyl chloride, the one which has the lowest boiling point. N-pentyl chloride, isopentyl chloride, neopentyl chloride and secondary pentyl chloride. So to understand this, first you have to remember what is this N, iso, neo as well as sec. Okay, so here you should remember they given one sentence in the NCERT book. What is that? The boiling point of isomeric alkanes decreases with increase in branching. So whenever the branching increases, the boiling point of these isomeric haloalkanes will be decreases. So that is the concept you should remember. What is that? What is the concept? Boiling point is inversely proportional to the its branching. So when the branching increases, boiling point is decreases. So what you have to understand, what is this N-pentyl chloride, iso, neo, sec. So I wrote the what is that, the structure here. N-pentyl means it is state chain. Pentyl means there are 5 carbon atoms. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at any position here or here we can attach the chlorine. This becomes N-pentyl. So there is no branched here. And iso means what it is? There is a presence of branched chain. Branched chain means what it is? Instead of Cl here, so this Cl will be present on this carbon atom. So if it is like this, that is called as isopentyl. So the neopentyl means more branch. See, this is the neopentyl, and the secondary pentyl is like this. Clear? Okay. So among all these 4, which one is having more branching? Obviously this neopentyl is having the more branching. So more branching means what happens? The boiling point will be decreases. So therefore option C is correct, which is having the lower boiling point. So what is the concept you have to remember? The boiling point is inversely proportional to the branching. Then the next question. the expected stereochemical change of optically active haloalkanes during SN2 reaction is. So whenever the SN2 mechanism is occurs, so which type of stereochemical change will be occurs? That is the question. One option is racemization, inversion, retention, and no stereochemical change. See, whenever you take the SN2 mechanism, SN2 reaction antandre enagtade, SN2 is only one step. So here methyl chloride, whenever it is reacted with the nucleophile, that is OH minus, so there is a formation of methyl alcohol will be takes place, and there is a liberation of this chlorine takes place. So here this there must be change in the stereochemical, there must be change in the stereochemical change will be occurs. So here which type of stereochemical change it is? So it is the inversion of configuration, retention as well as inversion. So retention, it is with respect to the SN1 mechanism, SN2 the ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ inversion of configuration. You should remember, this is most important. So how it is inversion of configuration, I will explain while explaining the SN2 mechanism in detail. Clear? So just what you have to remember, if they ask about the SN1 with respect to the stereochemical change, that is retention. So if they ask about SN2 with respect to stereochemical change, that is inversion of configuration. Then the next question, the rate of reaction of SN2 depends upon. Yes, this is again important question. See, the SN2 means what it is? Bimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction. The name itself indicates, so there must be presence of the two reactants. So this rate of the reaction, it must be depends upon the concentration of those two reactants. Clear? So here they given first option, concentration of the haloalkane, then concentration of nucleophile, the concentration of nucleophile and haloalkane, and none of this. You should remember SN2 is bimolecular substitution reaction. It should depends upon the concentration of both the reactants. So then only it is called as the bimolecular. If it is depends only on the one concentration of the reactants, then it is called as the unimolecular. But it is the SN2 which depends upon the both concentration of the reactants as well as haloalkanes, nucleophile as well as haloalkanes. You should remember. Then the ninth question, the method of preparation of an alkyl fluoride by treating alkyl fluoride with metallic fluoride is. So this is your favorite reactions. Clear? So here they given the four option: Finkelstein reaction, Woods reaction, Schwarz reaction, Fittig reaction. So you should remember. So here what happens, the alkyl chloride, whenever it is reacted with the silver fluoride, there is a formation of the alkyl fluoride and there is a formation of AgCl will be takes place. So this type of reaction is called as halogen exchange reactions, right? And this reaction is called as what? Schwarz reaction. Therefore the option C is correct. So what is this Finkelstein reaction, Woods reaction, Fittig reaction? I will explain in the 2-mark question or the 5-mark section. I will explain in detail. Then an example for vicinal dihalide is, so this is most important, you should remember, vicinal as well as geminal. So vicinal dihalide means what it is? When halogens are present on the adjacent carbon atom. When halogens are present at the adjacent carbon atom, those types of halides are called as vicinal dihalide. So if it is like this, so these are called as the adjacent carbon atom. So if these two carbon atoms having the any type of the halogens, these are called as vicinal dihalide. So geminal dihalide antandre enappa? So that halogen which is attached to the same carbon atom, both the halogens are attached to the same carbon atom, that type of halides are called as geminal halide. Clear? Okay. So here they ask about the vicinal dihalide. So first you have to write the formula for all these compounds. Dichloromethane. Dichloromethane means, so there is a 2 chlorines plus methane. Then 1,2-dichloroethane. Ethane andandre there is a presence of 2 carbon atoms. So at the first position as well as second position there is a presence of 2 chlorine atoms. Then the next one is vinyl chloride. So what is this vinyl chloride? The halogen which is directly attached to the double bonded carbon atom. So these types of halogens are called as vinyl chloride or vinyl halide. Clear? So particularly they mentioned the chloride, that's why it is vinyl chloride. So again I am repeating, vinyl halide means what it is? Halide which is attached to the directly double bonded carbon atom. So that is called as what? Vinyl chloride. And the fourth option is allyl chloride. Allyl chloride ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಪ್ಪ? Allyl halide ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? The halogen which is attached to the carbon atom which is adjacent to the double bonded carbon atom. That type of halides are called as allyl halides. Here they given particularly allyl chloride. So therefore this chlorine is attached to the carbon. So this carbon is adjacent to the double bonded carbon atom. Clear? Okay, you should remember this is most important. So what is the example for vicinal? Vicinal means what it is? When the halogens are present on adjacent carbon atom. So here these halogens are attached to only one carbon atom. Here also this chlorine is attached to one carbon atom. Clear? Here also one chlorine is there. So but we want the what it is when halogens are present on adjacent carbon atom. So therefore the correct answer is B. 1,2-dichloroethane is an example for vicinal dihalide. Okay. The next one is 1-chlorobutane on reaction with alcoholic KOH gives. So this is an example for elimination reaction, particularly beta elimination, side zip rule ella bartada. I'll explain, but you have to remember. So this is the formula for 1-chlorobutane. ಸೊ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಬರಿಬೇಕಂತಂದರೆ ಬ್ಯೂಟ್ನ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ 1 2 3 4 ಅಂತ ಅಟ್ ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಐಟಮ್ಗೆ ನೀವು ಕ್ಲೋರಿನ್ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ದಿಸ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ಸ್ ದಿ 1-chlorobutane. ವೆನ್ ಎವರ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ವಿತ್ ದಿ alcoholic KOH, potassium hydroxide. So now what happens? So from this CH2, so there is a elimination of chlorine takes place. Clear? So here from this CH2, so there is a elimination of hydrogen takes place. So elimination of hydrogen ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಒಂದು H. So I will write here. So what is the 1-chlorobutane? 1 2 1 2 3 4. So whenever it is reacted with KOH, KOH ಹೆಂಗೆ ಬರೀತೀರಿ? So this is K plus and OH minus. So now from this I will write like this, one H will be like this, here also another H will be like this. So from this chlorine will be removed. So therefore this becomes CH2. Then CH2 anta barkodri. So now here this bond will be shifted here. Again this hydrogen will be removed out. So then this becomes double bond CH, single bond CH2. Then this is CH3. So this H and this OH will be removed out as a H2. Clear? And this K as well as Cl is removed out as a KCl. So what is the remaining thing here? CH2 double bond CH, CH2 CH3. What is the product? What is the name of this one? So the name is 1 2 3 4. So 4 ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ buto. So at the first carbon atom you have the double bond. So therefore 1 butene ಅಂತಾನೂ ಬರಿಬೋದು ಅಥವಾ ಬ್ಯೂಟ್ 1 ene ಅಂತಾನೂ ಬರಿಬೋದು. Clear? So in the given option they given this one. What is that? 1 butene. So therefore the correct answer is C. The alkyl halide having highest boiling point is highest boiling point. Again the see order of the boiling point of the alkyl halide you have to remember. This is remembering based question. Ri will be more than Rbr, Rcl, Rf. So why it is having Ri is having more boiling point? So there is a reason. So you should remember. So when you see the fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine is in the bigger size. Clear? So whenever the size is very bigger, what happens? The attraction gets stronger. Clear? So whenever the attraction gets stronger, rigidity increases. So if it is more rigid means the boiling point, the temperature, it should be very high. Therefore the boiling point is also very high. So therefore the correct answer is CH3I. Clear? You should remember the order of the boiling point of alkyl halide. Then we go for the next 13th question. This is one of the reaction from preparation of haloalkane. The gases liberated when primary alcohol react with the sulfonyl chloride. Sulfonyl chloride ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಪ್ಪ, SOCl2. So I wrote the reaction here. This alcohol, whenever it is reacted with SOCl2, thionyl chloride, so there is a formation of RCl, right, alkyl chloride. So then there is a formation of SO2 gas as well as HCl. So therefore the correct answer is B. Then bromination of methane in presence of sunlight is a, see, methane means CH4. Whenever it is reacted with a Br in presence of H mu, light, so there is a formation of CH3 as well as HBr. So this is an example for free radical substitution reaction. So I wrote one sentence here. One of the hydrogen atom in the methane is replaced by the bromine atom. Definitely one of the hydrogen atom which is replaced by the bromine atom, there is a formation of HBr. So this is a substitution reaction during the chain reaction. A new species is generated at the end. So this overall process is called as what? Free radical substitution reaction. This is overall reaction is called as free radical substitution reaction. So therefore option B is the correct. Then the next one is ethyl diene chloride is an vicinal dihalide, geminal dihalide, allylic ಅಥವಾ vinylic. Now already explained about vinylic, allylic, geminal, vinyl. So ethylene chloride, it is also called as 1,1-dichloroethane. This is also called as 1,1-dichloroethane. So what is the formula? CH3 CH. eth ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ 2 carbon atoms, diene chloride ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ 2 chlorine. So ಈಗ ನಾನೇನು ಹೇಳಿದೆ, if the chlorine atoms or if the halogen atom is present on the adjacent carbon atom, that is an example for vicinal dihalide. Clear? If the chlorine atom is attached to the directly double bonded carbon atom ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ vinylic ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೆ, vinylic ಅಲ್ಲ. If chlorine is attached to the carbon atom which is adjacent to the double bond ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ double bond ಬರೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. So therefore we can easily delete allylic as well as vinylic. So there are remaining two options, vicinal as well as geminal. So vicinal means what it is? The two halogens atom which are attached to the two adjacent carbon atom. ಇಲ್ಲಿ two adjacent carbon atom attach ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ. So therefore this is not the correct answer. Therefore the correct answer is geminal halide. Geminal halide ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೆ, when both halogens atoms are present on the same carbon atom. See, ಎರಡು halogen atom both ಒಂದೇ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ಗೆ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. So this type of halide is called as geminal halide, or this is also called as gem halide, dihalide ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. Okay, so then the next one is the question number 16. This question number 16, reaction of chloroethane with chlorobenzene and sodium in presence of dry ether is known as. So again these are very most wanted questions. So what happens? C2H5Cl, this is chloroethane. Whenever it is reacted with chlorobenzene in presence of sodium with dry ether, there is a formation of toluene takes place. Clear? So this is an example for Woods-Fittig reaction. This is an example for Woods-Fittig reaction. The next one, IUPAC name of tertiary butyl chloride. ನೀವು ಓದಿದಿರಿ, tertiary butyl bromide ಅಂತ ಓದ್ತೀರಿ, tertiary butyl chloride, tertiary butyl bromide ಅಂತ where you have studied, you already studied in SN2 reaction. Clear? ಸೊ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಟರ್ಷರಿ ಬ್ಯೂಟೈಲ್ ಬ್ರೋಮೈಡ್ ಏನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಟರ್ಷರಿ ಬ್ಯೂಟೈಲ್ ಕ್ಲೋರೈಡ್ ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ನೀವು ಆ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ನ ಮೆಕ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ನ ಓದಿದರೆ ಯು ಆರ್ ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ ಟ್ಯಾಕಲ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಟರ್ಷರಿ ಬ್ಯೂಟೈಲ್ ಕ್ಲೋರೈಡ್ ಬರೀತೀನಿ. ಸೊ ಟರ್ಷರಿ ಬ್ಯೂಟೈಲ್ ಕ್ಲೋರೈಡ್ ಅಂತಂದರೆ, ಟರ್ಷರಿ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಏನಾಗಬೇಕು, ಇಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ವಿತ್ ದಿ 3 R ಗ್ರೂಪ್ಸ್. ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಇಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ವಿತ್ 3 R ಗ್ರೂಪ್ಸ್. ಹೌದಾ? ಇದು ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ನು, ಇಲ್ಲಿ 3 R ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಇದಾವೆ. ಏನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ? ಕ್ಲೋರೈಡ್ ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. So what they ask, what is the IUPAC name anta ಕೊಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಹೌದಾ. So here the 2-chloro 2-methyl propane. So this is what this is, sorry, the IUPAC name of tertiary butyl chloride is what, 2-chloro 2-methyl propane. ಇಲ್ಲಿ tertiary butyl bromide ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ 2-chloro 2-bromo 2-methyl propane. Clear? Okay. So therefore the correct answer is option number A, 2-chloro 2-methyl propane. You should remember. Which one of the following has the lowest boiling point? Again the same thing, you should remember the boiling point is directly proportional to the molar mass. So ಏನೇನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಈಗ CH3Cl ಕೊಟ್ಟಾರು, ಆಮೇಲೆ C2H5Cl ಕೊಟ್ಟಾರು, C2H5Br ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾರು, C2H5I ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾರು. ಸೊ ನೀವು ಇದ್ರದ್ದು ಮೋಲಾರ್ ಮಾಸ್ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತದೆ. ವೆನ್ ಯು ಟೇಕ್ ದ ಕ್ಲೋರಿನ್ ಬ್ರೋಮಿನ್ ಅಯೋಡಿನ್ ಅಂತಂದರೆ, ಸೊ ಅಯೋಡಿನ್ ಈಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ದ ಮೋರ್ living ability, so that is different concept, but they ask about the boiling point. This boiling point is directly proportional to the molar mass. So if you find the molar mass, obviously, so this C2H5I, this is having the more molar mass than all those compounds. So therefore which one is having lowest boiling point? That is CH3Cl. Then when chloroethane is reacted with alcoholic potash, the hydrocarbon is liberated. So here they given 4 options: ethane, propane, butane, then ethene they given. Clear? Okay. So here this is also an example for elimination reaction. So now you have to understand the reaction. So here what they given? Chloroethane they given. So ethane means, eth means 2 carbon atoms, the chloroethane means CH3CH2Cl. So whenever it is reacted with KOH, clear? So this is also an elimination reaction. So there is a formation of ethene takes place with a liberation of HCl. Clear? It is also the same thing. So here it is chlorine, so one CH2 CH3 CH2 will be like this. So here I will remove the one H from here. So H plus OH andre H2O agi ಹೊರಗೋಯ್ತು. Clear? So like this there is a formation of ethene takes place. The next question again very simple. Methyl bromide plus NaI, sodium iodide, in presence of dry acetone, there is a formation of methyl iodide plus sodium bromide. This reaction is called, this is a well known reaction, that is called as Finkelstein reaction. Clear? Okay. So the next one is condition for optical activity is. So if you say this compound is optically active, means it must have it must follow the sum of the conditions. What are those conditions? Asymmetric molecules along with non-superimposability of mirror images. So what is the first condition? It should be asymmetric and it should have the non-superimposable mirror images. So those types of compounds are responsible for the optical activity. So here they given what is the condition for optical activity anta kele. So the presence of superimposable mirror image, it is highly impossible, and if it is present, that is optically inactive. And the presence of plane of symmetry, as well as absence of stereo center and presence of non-superimposable mirror image. So the correct answer is the presence of non-superimposable mirror images. This is the condition for the optical activity. So then what is the stereo center? The carbon attached to the 4 different groups, chiral carbon under one there, that center is called as what? Stereo center, and that is also called as asymmetric carbon. You should remember. So if it is presence of, say, optical active means it should be stereo center, it should be chiral, and it should be asymmetric, and that is non-superimposable of mirror images. And the next one is a Grignard reagent may be made by the reacting magnesium with. Again very simplest question. See, if you read the reaction, if you practice the reaction, it is very simple. RX alkyl halide, whenever it is reacted with magnesium in presence of dry ether, so there is a formation of the Grignard reagent. So therefore The correct option is what it is, Rx plus magnesium. So when see, if you see the options, methyl amine, amine antu barala, just you have to delete this option. Diethyl ether, it is also highly impossible. Alcohol barala. So what is the thing? Ethyl iodide. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದೇನೆ ನಾನು ಜನರಲ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಆರ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಬರ್ತೀನಿ. ಅವ್ರು ಇಥೈಲ್ ಐಡೈಡ್ ಆದರೂ ಕೊಡ್ಬೋದು, ಮಿಥೈಲ್ ಐಡೈಡ್, ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್. ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್, which of the following undergoes nucleophilic substitution reaction exclusively by SN1 mechanism? Ethyl chloride, isopropyl chloride, tertiary butyl chloride, as well as chlorobenzene ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. So here SN1 mechanism, SN1 mechanism, it follows the two steps ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ನಿಮಗೆ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದು ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ, ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ರಿಯೇಜೆಂಟ್, ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಸೈಡಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಬರ್ತದೆ, ಟರ್ಷರಿ ಬ್ಯೂಟೈಲ್ ಬ್ರೋಮೈಡ್ ಈಸ್ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟೆಡ್ ಇಂಟು ಟರ್ಷರಿ ಬ್ಯೂಟೈಲ್ ಆಲ್ಕೋಹಾಲ್. ಸೊ ದೇರ್ ಫೋರ್ this is the correct option. SN1 ಅಂತಂದರೆ tertiary is more reactive than secondary than primary. You should remember that. The primary alkyl halide prefer to undergo SN1 reaction, SN2 reaction, addition reaction, condensation reaction. You should remember SN2 ಅಂತಂದರೆ primary, secondary and tertiary. SN1 ಅಂತಂದರೆ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೇನೆ, first it is tertiary, then secondary, then primary. So this is most important, you should remember this. Clear? Okay, so this is about the MCQ of the all district level question papers. So then we go for the within 10 minutes fill in the blanks. Clear? Okay, within 10 minutes we have to complete this fill in the blanks. These are very very simple, right? And most of the questions are repeated. You should remember most of the concept and the questions are repeated. The first fill in the blanks, the optical inactivity of racemic mixture is because of, this is because of the external compensation. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಹೆಂಗಂದ್ರೂ ಆನ್ಸರು, ಸೊ ವಿತಿನ್ ದ ಬ್ರಾಕೆಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಈಸಿಲಿ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಆಲ್ ದೀಸ್ 5 fill in the blanks. The substance which is not metabolized by the animals and many species of insects develop resistance to. So this is DDT. So many students are neglected the last part of this haloalkanes and haloarenes. In last part in the you may get MCQ or fill in the blanks. You should remember, you should thoroughly read the all the polyhalogen compounds. Clear? Okay, so this is nothing but DDT. So DDT, that is nothing but dichloro diphenyl trichloroethane. So that is the full form of DDT. Then the third one is the chlorofluorocarbon compounds of methane and ethane are collectively called as freons. Idu gottide. The condition for optical activity is it should have the chirality, andre asymmetric carbon atom irbeku. SN2 has which dash type of configuration? Idu inversion. SN1 kedidre retention anta ಹೇಳಿ. So Wood's reaction involves the reaction of alkyl halide with sodium in triether. Alkyl magnesium halide are also known as Grignard reagent. Grignard reagent ಗೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಹೆಸರು ಏನಪ್ಪ? alkyl magnesium halide or MgX. Yes, again this is most important. So many times this question was repeated. The poisonous gas formed when chloroform is exposed to air and light is, this is phosgene. You should remember. CCl2F2 is an example for Prion 12. MCQ value iday question bandide. Equimolar mixture of dextro and leorotatory isomers are called as racemic mixture. Then the next question, the question number 11, the number of chlorine atoms present in DDT nodi. So this is very important question. So if you neglect the DDT structure ಅಥವಾ ನೀವು DDT ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಓದಲೇ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ರೆ ಇಂಥ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ನ ಅಟೆಂಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್, ಅಟ್ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್ ದ ಫುಲ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಫ್ DDT. ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದೆ. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ DDT ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತಿದೆ ನೋಡಿ. ಸೊ DDT ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ಡೈಕ್ಲೋರೋ ಡೈಫಿನಾಲ್ ಟ್ರೈಕ್ಲೋರೋಇಥೇನ್. ನೇಮೆಲ್ಲ ಇದೆ. ಹೌ ಮೆನಿ ಕ್ಲೋರಿನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ದೇರ್ ಕೌಂಟ್? ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ 2 chlorines, here 3 chlorines. Total how many chlorines are present in DDT? Total there is a presence of 5 chlorines which is present in DDT. You should remember. The IUPAC name of tertiary butyl chloride is, ಮತ್ತೆ ಇದೇ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ, 2-chloro 2-methyl propane. The general formula for Grignard reagent RMJX. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ very simple. Then dash is used in the production of freon represent R22. This is chloroform. Another. So if you neglect the polyhalogen compounds, the last part of haloalkanes and haloarenes, it is not possible to answer the MCQs. Fill in the blanks. Hango nimge answer kottirtare, you can guess, but in the MCQ you may get the wrong answer. So don't neglect that, it's very simple. Then tetrachloromethane is, it is represent. Grignard reagent react with any source of proton to give what? Hydrocarbons. You should remember. This is there in your which one? NCERT book. Grignard reagent, whenever it is reacted with any source of the proton, it gives the hydrocarbons. The Schwarz reaction is useful in the synthesis of, so you already knew that, that is alkyl fluorides. Dash prefers to undergo SN1. ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದೆ ಟರ್ಷರಿ halide. ಟರ್ಷರಿ, ಸೆಕೆಂಡರಿ, ಪ್ರೈಮರಿ ಅಂದರೆ SN1. SN2 ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಪ್ರೈಮರಿ, ಸೆಕೆಂಡರಿ, ಟರ್ಷರಿ. Next, dehydrohalogenation is also called as beta elimination. Elimination reaction ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತದೆ, side zip rule ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತದೆ. Next one, dash is used as an antiseptic during surgery, that is haloethane. Clear? So it completes the MCQ as well as fill in the blanks of haloalkanes and haloarenes. So you just read all the concepts of haloalkanes and haloarenes. Definitely you will get the one MCQ as well as one fill in the blanks question correctly. And don't neglect the last part of the haloalkanes and haloarene chapter, that is polyhalogen compounds. So if you see the MCQ as well as the fill in the blanks, the most of the questions which are based on that one, polyhalogen compounds. Thank you. And next in the next video I am going to discuss the 2 mark as well as 5 marks questions on this chapter. Thank you.